Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on what part of the world you are in. I am Oldman102 with a second two just for Twitch. Let's get you on. I don't like the home farm. It's way too crowded. We're going to blow it apart. Well, kind of, sort of. And I'm going to make this field a bit smaller, and we're going to expand out and give a little bit more room. It's just really tight driving through here with trailers and with like a double, like a road train. So we're going to blow it apart a little bit. But now the problem is I'm going to have to spawn all of the buildings back in so we can move it around. But I'm going to grab, let's start with, might as well start with all the animal pens. Let's grab chicken barn. I'm going to put them in place, and then we'll slide them around a bit. So let me go to my placeables, XML. And what did I grab first? Chicken barn, that's good. Let's grab this. Oh, missed the negative. Copy, here we go. And it's 0 minus 90, 0. 0 minus 90. Alright, so that's where that one sits. Let's muzzle it down the list. What's next on the list? Sheep barn. Aussie Wheels peeks in to see what's happening here today. I don't like the home farm, so I'm going to blow it apart and redo it a bit. It's way too crowded. You can't get a road train through there and get around a lot of the buildings. So we're going to make a few changes while I can. And then I'm going to have to redo the textures and what, but that's all right. What do I want next? Cow barn. That one's a pain. I may not move the cow barn because that one was a pain in the butt to texture. We may work around the cow barn. What's next? Horse. All right, horses are where? Can't stay too long. It's 4:20 a.m. here. Have to think about going to bed soon. Well, I appreciate y'all. Appreciate you stopping in. And then pig barns. Let's go file, import. Grab pig barn. Pig barn's easy to move. That'll give me a little bit more room over here. Yeah, let's rotate that into place, and then let me pull in the pig food mixer, TMR mixer. Pig food. And TMR. Let me get those into place. Pig food is here. 180 minus 90, 180. And then, oh, wrong one. That was supposed to be the pig one. Yeah, that was supposed to be the pig one. grab TMR. TMR is supposed to be here. 0, 90, and 0. So 0, 90, and 0. All right. And now let me bring in, what else do I need to rearrange? Fertilizer station needs to get rearranged. Grass dryer has to move. Seed master has to move. Alright, first one was fertilizer. Alright, so fertilizer 0, 90, and 0. Alright, next we're going to grab seed. Zero minus 90 and 0. Which one was it? This one, I think. Oh, I forget what it was. 0 minus 90. Yeah, and then the grass dryer. Right there. And I'm going to grab these coordinates because they're a bit wonky. Alright, now that everything's in place, where the house is in fine shape, the other side where our storage is in fine shape. The area over here is just way too crowded. So we're going to take this field back a bit. How far back do I want to take it? I think I'm going to take it to the edge about here. So we're going to go to terrain detail, subtract, and square. And then I'm going to have to redo these trigger markers. And this will give us more room to put placeables down. Might as well change it up now while we can. Alright, so let's get off a terrain detail. I'll leave the grass there for now. Let's get this field marker fixed. Now, what field was this? 1 or 3? Well, let's find out. Field marker. Nope, you must be number 3. Yep. So let's push. That's fine. Alright, now where's our corners? Oh, let's come up here. Scripts. That's better. Alright, field 3, corner 1. Let's pull corner 1 up. That should be good. Corner 2. We'll need to pull back. Oh, come on. There we go. And then corner 3. That's going to be better. Nope, scripts, map. Turn that off. Alright, let me do a quick save before we get a crash. I had a crash yesterday. Let's get rid of a little bit of this grass for now. So we are going to pull some of this stuff over. So I want to get, when you're driving up through here between these two, I don't like this split in the road. It's just too hard driving through here. So let's get rid of that for now. Nope, I don't want to erase where the chickens are yet. And then let's grab, I think this is concrete. Yeah. So we'll have our road still coming up through here, and then chickens, I think that, yeah, chickens I don't like there. Grass dryer is definitely hard to get in and around. So here's what I'm thinking. I think we're going to extend. It's so hard to see with the monorail in here now. Let's pull this back. Oh, we're going to have to get rid of some more grass. We'll continue our road between the bridge. Not sure how far out I'm going to go yet. Put it there for now. And then let's get rid of this grass. So here's what I'm thinking to make us a little bit more room. Grass dryer definitely is in a really bad spot. Spin this guy this way to 0. We'll have room to drive around it. So I'm thinking the grass dryer is going to go here. I'm going to grab, this one's fertilizer. go this way. Let's kind of line it up with this guy. I think he's going to go there. Now, I want these out further so you could drive like a road train around them. Let's pull this guy forward a little bit more. Yeah, I'm pushing this field out a little bit further. Let's grab that bit of grass. And then I'm going to grab the seed maker. Which way are you? No, let's turn you. Same way as that guy. No, still wrong? No, still wrong. This way. Alright, so he's going to go about here. Because there's plenty of room to drive around them. That's going to open up some space over here. That gives me plenty of room to drive through here now. This was in the way too, so this tree is actually going to go. This is going to become just extra concrete for placeables. Now I can move the pig food and TMR mixer again. I think they may go over here, and I'll leave this open for you to put placeables down. Let's take a look. We could probably push them over this way a little bit more and out now that we have some extra room. No, I don't want to block this road coming in. I want to leave that area open. We could put them... I want room to drive all the way around them. A little bit more. May end up moving some of the animal pens, which I really didn't want to do. How much more grass do we have? Oh, no grass over there yet. Alright. Let's grab this guy. Spin him this way. Put him about there. Let's grab this guy. Turn him this way. Yeah, it's going to get us a ton of more space. Alright, let me try something. What did we turn off? We turned off grass dryer, pig food mixer, TMR seeder, fertilizer station. Let me get these where they're not spawning in. over here. So those won't spawn in. And we need our animal pens. Did I move any of the animal pens? I did not, but I have these in place, so let's not spawn our animal pens in for a minute. So gas station we can, well, gas station's not even in place yet. That's fine. Garages are fine. Bulk warehouse is fine. BJ's not in the map yet. Actually, since the BJ's not in the map yet, let me turn that off as well. No use of having that trying to spawn in. It's only throwing errors in the log. I'm going to leave all these buildings in place. Let's do a save. I want to drive around the map with the buildings in this space and see how it feels. Let's load all the mods. Alright, cool. So just the railroad signals where they're not in yet. I'm going to grab, just so I can drive something large around. Let's grab this guy. And let's grab this guy. Now, I don't have the vehicle shop in the map yet, so right now this is my temporary vehicle shop, so vehicles will spawn in. Let's come off the map for a second. Or at least down to the entrance. I'm calling this entrance down here the back entrance. But when you come in, like if you're bringing in like a load of like wheat or crop, it was really hard to get around a lot of those buildings. Oh, that one tree. Ignore that pine tree. It's not where it belongs. I just slid it out of my way. So now I can get around here. And I can get back around here. Yeah, see now the grass dryer's not in my way. So now we can come over here. Come back around. Drop our crop off over here. Come back out. Yeah, I think I'm going to leave that open for placeables. Oh, this is much better. I don't feel as crowded driving through here. And then it gives us room to drive around here. Use this silo if you want. And then still come around. Oh yeah, much better. And I can drive around this way. I'm going to add a little bit more grass in here, and I'm going to move, I think I'm going to move this road out a little bit further. Alright, let's a couple slight changes. Alright, so over here. Let's get a little bit more room over here coming through here. So let's push this back a little bit further. And let me grab my dirt texture. Yeah, I'm going to round this coming in. And the same thing over here. Let's just get this one. So that's going to be much better. Now we can actually add a little bit more grass in here now. So let's go to the grass texture. Oh, that should be good. So now I can pull this over a little bit. Oh, not as far. Let's grab meadow harvest ready. Limit to grass. Now this guy, we can double him up. Now on this side, let's do the same thing. Let's pull this back in a little bit. If I can draw a straight line today. Let's turn him this way. That's going to be a little bit better. Now we can give the chickens a little bit more room. And then we can pull this back a little bit as well. So now this tree can come back. Give the chickens a little bit of shade. That should be good. Water tower can stay. Now, do I want to move the water tower over on this corner where I had the grass dryer? We can always move it. So now, let's get our grass put back in. That'll give you room to put more placeables down, and it doesn't feel as crowded. And it gives you some grass to mow for your sheep. Alright, I think that's going to be much better. Now we got to reposition everything. So let's start. Let's see. Chicken barn we didn't move. I can delete that out. Sheep we didn't move. Cow I did not move. Horse I did not move. Pig I did not move. Pig food mixing station we did. So let's grab its new coordinates. So let me turn these back on. Pig food mixer. Grab this coordinate. And then it's going to be 180, 0, minus 180. Alright, so that is pig food mixer in place. TMR mixer. Which is this one. And then it's going to be 180, 0, 180. Alright, that one's now back in place. Alright, so next up is fertilizer factory. So fertilizer station. And it is minus 180, 90, minus 180. Alright, next up is the grass dryer. So grass dryer. That one's fixed, and then the last one is, are you seed? You are seed. This guy. And you are going to be minus 180, 90, 180. Alright, and then we can turn the animal barns back on. So now they should all spawn back in their proper places. Alright, so that one we can delete. That can come out. That can come out. That and that. Let me do a save. No, jump back, I gotta make sure everything's spawning in the right spots. Now, the other thing I did not check was, are my fences far enough apart where I can get the big plow through here? 10:18, good afternoon. Let's grab this guy. And let's grab I'm gonna grab this guy for a second. Ignore where the vehicles are spawning in. I just haven't put the vehicle shop in the map yet. I just want to make sure I moved my fences far enough apart to get the white equipment through. The lions may be in the way. We may have to move them a little bit. Yeah, if this had collisions on it, we wouldn't have been able to get through there. So I'm going to have to move them a little bit. Oh yeah, definitely much more room here. It's not as crowded. This entrance, I believe, is a little bit wider. It is than the back entrance. So let me move those back fence a little bit. Anyone sick of eating leftovers yet? I cleaned up. I don't do turkey. I made a ham, and this morning I left myself a little bit of ham for tomorrow, and I froze like 3 meals worth, and I made a pot of split pea soup with the rest. I don't know if I like that water tower here. So you got plenty of room over here to put more placeables down. Let's go look at that water tower. I think I want to move that water tower to this corner here, which means I'll have to move that water fill trigger. But I want to have access to drive around it. I may move that tree and put it right here. And then I think that's gonna, the feel of the home farm is gonna be a little bit better. Let's look at that water tower. And then I can, I don't know what to do with this road over here because I could pull, if I move the water tower, do I want to pull the chicken pen back? Or do I want to leave us room to like drive through here? Alright, let's do this. Let's pull this tree out for a minute. Let's grab this guy. Let's pull him out to the end. Let's grab our water icon. And now I gotta go, close that for a minute. Let me go File, Import, Placeables, Water Fill Triggers. Water Fill Trigger 1 now has to come over here. There we go. We should go 0, 0, 0. Let's get it nice and square. Alright, that's going to be much better. So let's go File, Export, override that. Now we can take that back out of the map. Now this area here, let's grab back to my dirt texture, back to round. I think that is going to be, now where did I drop that tree? Over here. If you don't like that tree, you're going to have to cut it down. I think that is going to give us much more room here on the farm. Alright, let me do a save. Alright, now I've got the coal mine went in yesterday. We're going to work on the ore mine today. So let's get ourselves back up into the mountains. Alright, I'm gonna bring the coal mine in just so I know where it sits. And let me grab these coordinates. So we have an idea of where that guy sits. Alright, let's go File, Import. I'll bring the ore mine in. Actually, rename this ore mine. Alright. And then he is going to go... I want him the same height, though, as the coal mine, which is this height. Let's grab the core of this guy. So he's on the same height. Now we got to spin him this way. We got to line up the monorail track. So he runs through here. And then he is about where I want him. I'm going to have to move this over. Let's slide him over this way a little bit. Did I write that I did not write my coordinates down yesterday. Nope. Crap. Alright, let me zoom out for a minute. Where is my height on... Let me go to square. Let's go to replace. Where is this height at the bottom of my pit? 115. Okay. And then we're going to build a ramp down in like we did over on that side. So let's start over here. So we're going to take this guy down. Where's my strength? All the way up. Alright. And how far back? Try and get it somewhat even with that side. Just a hair more, I think. Look about right. It's close. And then over on this side somewhere we'll build a ramp coming down in. We can go out a little bit further. Yeah, that should be big enough for a ramp coming down in. Let's come over this way. Oop, wrong one. Alright, so we are at 115 top of the map is 120. So let's go to 119. And we'll pull this one out a little bit. And we'll go to 117.5. And let's go down to 116. Now we should be able to blend this in. Go to round. Alright, so it gets us our nice flat area to come down and out. Let me just fix this edge. Let's go back to square for a minute. And I gotta go back to 115. Let me pull this edge back. And I thought I saw another hump over this way. Right there a little bit. Alright, let me do a quick save. Alright, this is going to be our ore. So do I have? I do. Oh, this is the... now that I can use the texture tool for giants, I may change this ore to the color we were using in FS19. So I like it much better. Come out a little bit. Now, let's bring our ore up a little bit, because we'll put a little bit of extra ore out here on the ground to scoop up. Now, let me get my little bit of dirt texture in here first. And then we'll fix a couple things. So I don't want to paint grass in along there. This could just be a little bit of dirt. I may bring that orc texture up to that concrete pad. Now we have a road coming in on this side. There's probably going to be a road running along back here somewhere. I'm just not sure where it's going to go yet. But let me grab round. Let me get my width about the size of a one-lane road. Oh, not gonna be able to do. Let's go over here. Yeah, about that width. So we're gonna have a road running back here somewhere to our other mines. So I think we're going to have just a little bit more dirt. Just come all the way over. Now there's a reason for that concrete pad, and you'll see when we go back in game. Well, you'll see before we go back in game. Alright, so I'm on round. Let's grab our dark rock texture. Oh, it's really starting to pour outside. Let's take it down. Alright. Alright, so that should be good. Let me do another save. Alright, now let's go let's start over here. Alright, so we're going to go to, let me pull this down a little bit. Alright, let's go to, not that one. Terrain detail height. Alright, now my ore is 0, 2, and 5. Our first height is going to be 6 and 7. Squad CS, hello. Then we could take this right out. Let's work our way around the other way. Alright. So let's bring a little bit of ore out here. Leave room for the monorail. And then we'll bring a little bit of ore up here. That'll work. Just a little bit out there. Now we're going to add to our height. We're going to add on 8 and 9. And we'll paint another layer in. That around. And then, alright, so let's put our last layer on. I'm going to go up one more bit for one more height. So a little bit taller. Alright, so that should be our ore. Now before I save, I want to turn terrain detail height off. And let me do another quick save. How am I today? I am awesome today. Well, kind of awesome, kind of sad. After 4 days off, I got to go back to work tomorrow. And next week is already a mandatory overtime week, so I'll be working 6 9-hour days. So I'm not going to get anything done during the week next week. Alright, so, ore mine. Let's go to, is it mod description? It is. Let's copy this. We'll paste it back in, and this becomes the ore mine. Save that one. Placeable XML. Let's copy the coal mine. You become the ore mine. You become the ore mine. $19.59. That's all right. It's off a little bit, but that's all right. Let's just grab that. Grab that one, and then it's going to be the same rotation. No, it's not. Why is it different than the coal mine? Coal mine is... How did the coal mine change to 0, 180, and 0? And over here I have 180, 0, and 180. Why is the coal mine different today than it was yesterday? I'm going to leave it. We're going to see if it's going to spawn in the right position or not. Ore mine is minus 180, 0, minus 180. Don't move on me. Son of a biscuit, stop moving. Why is the coal mine in a different position than it was yesterday? It spawned in the right position. I don't know. Let's delete that out. Let's delete this out. This I'm going to make invisible for a minute. Oh, I got to move the... Crap, I got to bring the... I got to bring that ore mine back in. I forgot to move the one trigger. And let me grab these coordinates. There we go. I gotta move the... If I leave... Where is it? This trigger here, it ends up down underneath in the cave. So I need... Come on, I need you. Oh, you're gonna do that to me, are you? Let me go in here and find it. Player trigger. I gotta move the player trigger over here onto solid ground. And then let me go Shift and C. Shift and V so they're both together. Let's go. Let me change the name now to ore mine. Let's go File, Export Selection. I'm going to override the ore mine. Let me delete it back out. Forex placeables. Mining. I want to make sure it didn't mess the texture paths up. Nope, we're good. And I've got to zero it out. Let's save that. So the ore mine should now spawn in the correct position. So this guy, we're going to make invisible for a minute. We're going to grab our square brush. We're going to go down to 88 on our level. And we're going to dig out more of our cave. Let's make this guy invisible as well, just for a minute. That'll tell me how far back I can go. I think that should be safe there. Yeah, I think we'll be safe there. So we're going to add to our tunnel system. I want to make that road a little bit shorter so it's not sticking into the concrete, I think. Let's turn that one back to visible. Let's turn that one back to visible. Yeah, we should be fine. Can I go even a little bit further? I can go a little bit further. Nope, not that far. That should be good. Yeah, that should be good. And then I want to take this guy. I want to shorten this guy up a little bit. He's got to go a little bit further. That'll do. I think we're good. Let's do a save. Let's jump into the game and see if the ore mine spawns in. And make sure the triggers work. Let's just load all the mods. The other thing that should be throwing warnings are the train signals. Yep, alright, perfect. So now we should have two mines. We do. So we have our coal mine is in and our ore mine is in. It's going through. So the monorail should work. Do we have ore? We have ore. So I painted the correct bit number in. So you can pick up by tipper here. So that trigger works, and then the trigger under here works, where you can load it directly into the monorail. And then you can load water and diesel in here from the monorail, or you can load water and diesel in here from a tipper. So dual triggers on the ore mine. Alright, now what do I want to work on next? You know what? Let me jump out of here a minute. So, I made some changes on the home farm since yesterday, so let me just grab a truck. Powder blue today looks good. Alright, so ignore where the vehicles spawn in. I shortened this field up a little bit because there wasn't I felt crowded on the home farm, so I moved everything around to give us more room. So we have pig food mixer, TMR mixer. Now there's plenty of room to get in here and drive a road train around it. We have seed maker. We have, alright, I forgot to fix the rotation on the grass dryer. I'm going to have to spawn the grass dryer back in and change its rotation. But grass dryer, which gives us more room to drive around. I open this area up so you can put placeables down. So there's plenty more room over here, and then there's plenty of room over here for you to put more placeables down. And now there's plenty of room to drive in and around all of these animal pastures. And that doesn't feel as crowded and claustrophobic as it did. I just have to fix the grass dryer. Alright, so that, now, hold on, let me check one thing. Did the coal mine spawn in the correct position? Why am I getting, oh, there we go. Let's visit this guy for a minute. Did it turn itself around? No, it's facing the right way. It's facing the correct direction. Alright. That's facing the correct direction. That's facing the correct direction. Alright, let's get out of here. What are we going to work on next? Let's make that back gate a little bit wider, and I think we're going to pull the sand mine in, because I'm going to go down on that's going to go down on the beach, and I'm going to have to do some adjusting on the sand mine itself. But to get some large equipment out, these gates were a little bit too close. So I think I'm going to do is I think I'm going to grab this post. Let me just pull it out of here, out of the way for now. Let's pull this guy back out of the way for now. I think I'm just going to slide this guy out a little bit further. And then make this guy just a bit longer. Let's make him a little bit longer so he doesn't look too stretched. We'll pull him down. And we'll stretch this guy out a little bit further. Alright, that's going to fix that side, and this guy can go back. So it's not going to hit our implements. Yeah, alright, and then this side, we're going to do the same thing. Let's push that back for a minute. Let's push that back for a minute. Let's pull this guy out. Not out that far. And then this guy will stretch a little bit longer. And then this guy will come down. This guy make a little bit longer. That should work. Now these we can get rid of. And then this line can come back a little bit. And now your big implements won't get hung up. That should be a little bit better there. Steelcrafter59 with 100 bits. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. Alright, now let's go down Beach Road. Beach Road is not finished. I just have most of these buildings in place as placeholders. I'm going to come down here off camera and do just a lot of texture painting and sidewalk painting and sand and foliage and trees and all that good stuff. But this is going to be Beach Road. I left this space open here for a gas station. So we got a working gas station down here. But I'm thinking over here. And I don't know how far I can dig down before I hit water. Let's see where our water table is. Where's my water table compared to the height of my land? My land's at 88. What's the water table at? 82. So I'm not going to be able to dig down too far. I was hoping to go under this road with a tunnel, but we're going to hit water. But I want to be able to fill. So I want to put the sand mine over here along the monorail so we can fill it by truck or by monorail. And then the sand is going to sort of spill through this whole area on both sides of the road. And then I'll probably put some sand down all along the. You're going to have a ton of sand. I'm going to probably end up putting like sand all along there. Alright, let me do a quick save. Alright, let's minimize that a minute. Let's go into Placeables Mining. I'm going to open up the coal mine. I'm going to go File, Export Selection with Files. I'm going to go back into the mining. We're going to call it Sand Mine. And let's save it. We'll close the coal mine. Let's open this up with Notepad++ because I have to change the coal texture to sand. So let's go to 4x, fill planes. I'm going to grab my sand texture. Oh, that's distance diffuse. I want this one. So let's copy this. Placeables, mining, textures. I'm going to pop this guy in here. I'm going to open him up. We have to resave him. He's set up for like a 3D texture, which is good for the fill plane, but it throws an error when I use it as a decorative texture. So I just have to resave it as a DTX1. and it changes its properties. So now we go in here and I change coal to sand. And we save that. So now when I open up the sand mine, we have sand textures here instead of coal. And I have sand textures over here now instead of coal. We're going to change the name to sand mine. And I'm going to save it at all zeros. And we're going to rebuild it in the map. So let's go. Let's close some of the stuff I don't need open. Decor, fences. Alright. So let's go File, Imports, bring the sand mine in. And I'm going to plop him here for a minute. Let's turn him this way. Now, how can I incorporate this guy into the monorail? And we can change the player trigger. It's about right. Alright, let's grab. He's going to look a little bit different than our other buildings. I'm going to grab. Let's grab just one of the towers. Alright, where is... There we go, one of these. Let's duplicate that. Let's bring it back this way. We have a single monorail here. So let's go, let's make him a little bit bigger. So let's go 1, 1, and 1 for now. I want to get him lined back up with this guy. That pole going to be in the way? A little bit, so let's just slide him out a little bit. And we're going to have to make him a little bit taller. So he's just about the height of the monorail. And then let me fly across the map a minute. So we need a pipe to load the monorail with. So let me duplicate this guy. And I'm going to throw him in the sand mine. Alright, let's go back down to our sand mine. And now we're going to go... let's throw him up here. Alright, he's got to go this way. To 90. He's going to have to come up a bit. I didn't grab the whole pipe. Crap. Let me delete that. I missed part of it. That was only part of it. I need this whole thing here. Let me duplicate that. Actually, that didn't look quite right. So let's go edit, cut, and paste. That looks better. Let's get him. He's still missing parts. It'll have to do. So that needs to come over the edge of the monorail, sort of center. So he'll come up to about there. How high does he need to be? File import placeables. Train system. Let me grab a sugar beet wagon. Just so I can get the height correct. Alright, so the sugar beet wagon's going to go right about there. On height, width doesn't matter. Size of my pipe. Let's bring him down a little bit. Alright, that'll work. Now, we have to grab oh, you know what? I could have used this pipe right here. I already had one in here. Alright, this one we need to delete because we'll be able to load underneath with the truck. So this second trigger is not that trigger. So this trigger needs to come up here. For the monorail. Let me take my speed back down. Alright, so he's going to go there. Could probably bring him down a little bit lower. Yeah, so he can go about here. Alright, so that's going to where we're going to load the sand into the monorail. So on this one, I'm not going to need this grate. I'm going to keep it in the model, though. I'm just going to slide it underneath there. You won't see it. This way it won't mess up any of my i3D mapping. Let me drop him down a little bit. Alright, so you won't see him at all. So now we need to move our other trigger. So we'll be able to load under here with a tipper. We'll be able to load sand up there with a monorail. Now, unload. We could dump water and diesel in with the tipper down there. So this trigger, the second trigger, has to come up. So where's our second trigger? I don't have the transform group open. That's why I couldn't find it. So this trigger has to come up here. So let's spin it this way. And we'll bring it about here. And that should be good. I think we're high enough above the monorail track where it catches the... we'll see if that works. Oh, and then I got to connect these two towers together. So let me grab one of these guys. he's a bit long, but that's alright, because we're going to do this bit. And now I can shorten him up a little bit. Alright, that'll work. So we'll be able to drive in with our tipper, load, or tanker, load water and diesel in here, come in with our tipper, take sand out of here, and then we should be able to do the same thing with the monorail now. Now the only thing I have to fix now is our player trigger. So let's pull our player trigger back over here. Go Shift and C. This guy has to be in the same position. Alright, so that should fix everything for our sand mine. So I'm going to go File, Export Selection. I'm going to override my sand mine because we rebuilt it. And then we'll test the monorail and we'll see if it works with the triggers. Alright. Alright, let's grab... Before I don't want to take him out of the map quite yet. Let's go... We should have a sand texture. We do. No, I don't want to take it all the way to the mountain. I want to leave room for some trees along the mountain. But we can take him over to about here. And our sand texture, I want to get a straight line. And I want to leave room, I do want to put a row of trees between the mountain and the ground. And then this guy will go off the edge of the map for now. So something like that for now. And now let's get this line clean. Now I want to bring a little bit of a dirt road in. Let's go to dirt. Let's go to round. And about that width is perfect. So we'll bring a road around this way. And then we'll bring a road around this way. So you'll know where to tip your product in at. wrong one. And then this guy. Something like that. Let me do another quick save. So we've got to have the sand mine down on the beach. Alright, what is next? So my sand is... Let's get our sand in. Am I on round or am I on square? Let's go to round. Alright, terrain detail height. Let me just double check my notes again. Bit 0 and 5 should be sand. 6 and 7 is going to be our first height. So we should be able to paint in some sand. If you want to dig it out underneath there, you can. Let's get some on this side as well. And we'll throw some over. Do I want to throw? Yeah, we'll throw a little bit back here. And then across the street. Alright, so that's our first layer. Let's add in heights 8 and 9. So we'll go up a little bit higher. Alright, let's add a little bit more on this side. So we can go up a little bit higher on this side as well. Now we'll do, yeah, I'll go up a little bit higher over here. And we might as well go up a little bit higher over here. And then let me just check my phone really quick and make sure this is nothing pressing. We're good. I would have completely forgot about that. I have an appointment tomorrow to get 4 new tires put on my car. with all the overtime I'm working, it's paying for the new tires. That should be good there. And let's go a little bit higher over here. And then we'll go a little bit higher across the street. We should probably get the vehicle shop in and working. I should probably get the animal dealer in and working. Maybe we'll do that next. After we test the sand. Now, do I want to take the sand all the way to the mountain? No, I definitely want to get a little bit of grass and trees in there as a barrier. Let me take it off of terrain detail height, because that's when it usually crashes. Let me do another quick save. Perfect, no crash that time. Alright, so let's get our sand mine in position. Well, we got to fix the XML. We got to rebuild. Well, do I need to build the XML? Could I pull it out of the? I could pull it out of the other map. So let's go into mod description. Let's go copy and paste. You're going to be sand mine. We're going to go to placeables. Let's copy that. Paste it in. You're going to be sand. You are going to be sand. And now our coordinates for the sand mine. She sits a little bit lower. And then our rotation is going to be minus 180, 90, minus 180. Let's save that. While I'm in here, let's fix the... Before I delete the sand... Well, I can delete the sand mine now. We're done with that. Let's fix the rotation on the grass dryer. So I'm going to go File, Import, Placeables, Grass Dryer. Let me grab its coordinates so we can fix it. Right there. And then I missed it, so I want it at 0, 0, and 0. I want it sitting right there facing this way. So I just have to change these to 0, 0, and 0. I didn't know which way I had it rotated. So that should fix the grass dryer. So we can delete that back out. So so everything here should be good. Let's save this. Oh, don't crash. There we go. And I'm going to grab, no, I did not. All right, so perfect. Let's go to placeables, mining. I'm going to open up documents, my games, Farm Sim 22, Angel Mountain, placeables. I don't think I have a separate folder for mining. I don't. We're going to grab the sand mine. Oh, I can't because I had to rebuild the XMLs to make double triggers work. Alright, I'm going to have to rebuild the coal mine. I can't copy and paste because the duplicate triggers won't work. Let's rename this sand mine. Alright. Oh, there's an extra letter in there. That's better. Alright, so you become a sand mine. You become sand. Store photo. i3D. And then we have to go sand. Instead of coal, it's going to output sand. Now I know I've got coal in a couple other places. Let me just highlight that. So this has to be go sand. This one becomes sand. That one becomes sand. I think you're the last coal. Nope, we got one up here. Oh, this whole mess can come out. And then I think that's the last reference to coal. It is. So that becomes sand. Now the pathing is placeables mining sand mine, placeables mining sand mine. That should be good. I'm going to fix something else before we go back in game. I'm going to go to the new fill types. I'm going to go control find gold. I'm going to go back up to the top of my, there we go. Now this one is the gold palette. I shut it off for a couple minutes. I'm going to turn it back on because we are going to have gold palettes. So I'm going to turn that back on. So we're going to have a gold palette. This one becomes gold ore. So this becomes gold ore. And I'm going to leave my textures pointed to where they are. So I'm going to save that. No, let me go back down. Let me do another control find for gold. So now, in bulk, this needs to go to gold ore. And let me save that. So I have bulk gold ore, train wagon, let's see, liquid no, combine sprayer spreader, mixer wagon, auger wagon, no, forge wagon. Train wagon, I have to change that one to gold ore. Forge, harvest, fork, shovel. We need, that has to go to gold ore. Farm silo, yes, so you also have to go to gold ore. Because we're going to take the gold ore and we're going to smelt it down to gold. Loading vehicle, loading vehicle, loading vehicle, loading vehicle, yes. You have to go to gold ore. And what's the bottom one? That's the pallet. That has to stay gold. Mining, I'm going to have to add silver ore in here and gold ore in here. Let's add silver ore in, and we have to add gold ore in. And then we should be good. Now I'm going to have to add a HUD for gold ore. So let's come back up top and find gold ore. Let's just come all the way up to the top. We need to do a control find. Nope. Control find. That's better. Go back and find our gold ore right here. So this HUD is no longer going to point to gold. We have to do a HUD for gold ore. And then the fill planes should be fine. So we need a HUD for gold ore. Let's grab placeables. Nope. 4x. Maps. No. Where are they? 4x. HUD. Fill types. Alright, we need a gold ore. So we have gold, which is a gold bar. Where is it? Yeah, so we have gold. That's going to be our gold bar. We need a HUD for gold ore. Let's see what we can do with this guy. So if we go color picker, let's grab like a gold. Yeah, we'll go, let's grab our bucket. It's not perfect, but it may do. It's only a HUD. So let's go File, Save As, Gold Ore. And it has to be DXT5. I can always change that up later off camera. I can find like a, I'll go to Google Images and I'll find us like a gold or better image. But I'll mess around with that off camera. This will just get us where it's not going to throw any errors. Oh, but before I do that, I need to sand mine. So 4x placeables, mining. I need the coal mine open, I need the ore mine open, and I need the sand mine open. These three are built into the map right now. We're going to take silver ore up a little bit more, so you're getting a little bit more of it. Let's take that up to 10. We're going to add gold ore as an output. And then we're going to need to add gold ore down here and here. And then I'm going to need to add storage for gold ore. Let's straighten these up. Alright, so we'll have gold ore now as an output along with silver ore. Why? Which one's spelled wrong? That one is spelled wrong. G-O-L-D. Oh, I've got an extra R in all of these. So these are all spelled wrong. The one in the bottom is spelled correct. Let's try that again. Gold ore as an output, gold ore, and the triggers, and then gold ore as storage. Perfect. Save that again. Let's grab this guy. Let's go to the coal mine. Take that out. We'll make this 10. And then we'll add gold ore here, here. Save that, and I need an extra space here. Let's come back here. Let's grab this guy. He goes into here. We'll save. Let's might as well fix this. And save that. Alright, so now the ore mine. Let's throw a line under there. Let's grab output. Change that to 10. So gold ore. We will copy, add it to our output triggers, and we have to add it to our storage. And we'll, since we're here, give it a little bit of a cleanup. Alright. So now the three mines are fixed that we have built into the map. We're now getting silver ore and gold ore. We're going to have to add gold ore. When I build Mammoth Mill into this map, I'm going to remove silver ore to silver bars, and we're going to build a separate smelter just for this map. So you could take your gold ore and your silver ore to it to get your pallets. So this map will have a separate factory than the other two maps. Alright, that's saved, that's saved. That is saved. That is saved. We now have our gold ore. We have our fill planes for our gold ore. I should have all the gold ore down here fixed. I just want to double check. Make sure I have it in the correct categories. Alright, we're good. Let's jump into map. Well, let's jump in game. And we'll test the sand mine. Make sure the triggers work for the monorail. Let's throw this on, see if we get any errors, and I'm going to load all the mods. Alright, so just the train crossing signals. Alright, let's go down to the beach first. Where is... so it's not spawning in for some reason. So why did the sand mine not spawn in? Oh, because I forgot to zero it out. I think I forgot to zero it out. Sand mine. Yep, I forgot to zero it out. So that's why it did not spawn into its correct position. Alright, let's save that. Now we should have a sand mine in its proper position in the map. Nope, too far. There we go. Man, it is dark and rainy and miserable outside. At least it's above freezing and we're getting rain instead of snow. Let's try that again. Do I see it on the map this time? I do, and it's about where it should be. Let's cheat in some money. We're going to need it. Let's grab a little bit of speed. I'm going to need... crap, I'm going to need a tanker and a tipper. Let's go down. Let's just teleport down here for a minute. Why did I spawn in there? I'm not going to argue because it's right here. Let's buy it. Do we have sand? Why do you not look like sand? Something's wrong with my bits. That is definitely not sand. Why are my bits messed up? You are not sand. Did I paint the wrong bit numbers in? Well, we can test it if it's not sand. Why are my bit numbers messed up? Maybe because I added gold ore in, it may have messed up my bit numbers. Let's see what I painted in. I swear I hit 0 and 5 for sand. So let's come down here. We're going to have to erase all of this, but let me do something real quick. Let's go to terrain detail height. I'm going to go Control R. Yeah, it's 0 and 5. This should be sand. Alright, let's go into mods. Angel Mountain, maps, map US, map. Let's open that up in the editor. I gotta look at the bits for sand. I added gold ore. It may have completely messed up my bit numbers. We're gonna jump back in game too to see if I cheat sand into a tipper, if it looks like sand. I may have completely screwed me with that new gold ore. Let's grab our 16x script and let's see what the bit number is in this map for sand. So I come over here, we go to terrain detail height, and I go Control R, 0 and 5. Those are my bit numbers for sand. I may have screwed myself by adding the gold ore in. Alright, before I make any changes in the editor, let's jump back in game for a minute. I may have put myself over the limit with tip to ground and mining materials. May have to take the gold ore back out. Let's see if the other mining materials are messed up when we go in game. Let's see if the coal looks like coal and the ore looks like ore. So let's go up here first. Yes, I messed all, so I screwed myself by adding, we gotta take the gold ore out. Not gonna be able to do gold ore. Crap. Alright, let's do a control and find me gold ore. Alright, you're gonna have to come out. You're gonna have to come out. You're gonna have to come out. If I can get it, if I can figure out a way to get it fixed, I'll add it back in. So you're gonna have to come out. You, I'm gonna shut off for a minute. So you're not going to load into the game. Is that everything for gold ore? Do I have it all taken back out? I do. Now, what really hurts is I got to go back in here. I got to take gold ore out of here. We have to take gold ore out of here. And here. And there. got to take gold ore out of here. And there. And then the ore mine, you have to come out. 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 Alright. Let's see if we now have coal, ore, and sand fixed. I'm hoping that will fix it. I really don't want to paint these back in, but if I have to paint these back in, I'll paint them back in. I probably hit my tip to ground limit. Alright, so let's teleport ourselves up here first. Are you back to being coal? You are not. What the heck did I just do to the map? Why are you messed up all of a sudden? By taking gold ore back out, should have fixed this. Why are you messed up all of a sudden? Any errors in the log? Failed to create density map height type for gold. Oh, I know what I did wrong. Let's go back to here. Where's the one that is just gold? My gold palette. Let me come back up top. Control find. Oh, I got to turn it off in the density height map. I think. I think that's where, yeah, the density map height I think is now messed up. Let me try two things first. Let me go back to fill types. Let's go control find just gold, where I turn that gold palette back on. Yeah, so there's no... Oh, I know what I did wrong. Density map height type says gold and not gold ore. Crap! So let's change that to gold ore. Now I gotta go back to my map fill types. And I gotta put gold ore back in. Let's turn this back on. Turn this back on. Now I gotta fix gold ore down here. I forgot about the density map height type XML. So bulk needs gold ore. Windrow, combine, sprayer, spreader, mixer wagon, auger wagon does not. Train wagon does. Gold ore. Fork, shovel, Shovel, I can add gold ore in there, won't hurt. Animal horse farm silo, I need to add gold ore in there. Hayloft, loading vehicle. Loading vehicle, loading vehicle. What categories picks that up? I'm going to leave it off for now. Definitely need to add it to mining. Don't need it in fishing. Now we got to fix these again. If I hit backspace, it's going to add it in there. If I hit backspace, 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 let's save that. And we come over here, we hit backspace, 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 and save that. Then we come over here, backspace, 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 and save it. It adds gold ore back in. All right, let's try this again. That should fix it. Hoping that fixes it. Let's load our error. Let's load the log with the game. See if I get an error again for the gold. No, I think we got it fixed. I forgot to fix the map density height XML. So if we come back up here, all right, colon ore should now be fixed. And it is, thank God. Let's grab some speed. Alright, so the coal is back to being coal. Let's make sure our ore is fixed. Yep, so ore is back to being ore. Let's make sure sand is now sand. And our sand is now fixed. Alright, thank God. Now we have gold ore. So now we have silver ore and gold ore. Alright, I'm gonna grab store delivery mod. Let's grab ourselves, I need a tanker for water. So let's grab this guy. Let's grab a truck. I need to cheat some cash in. Let's buy this guy. And then hook this guy up. I'm going to cheat water in here. Well, make sure this trigger works. Awesome. So let's throw the water in. We'll get this guy out of our way. Now I'm going to jump up here. I need the south train. Are you the north train or are you the south train? You are... Crap, you're the north train. I don't have my radio collars fixed yet. So visit over here. This one is the south train. I'm going to rent the south train. We're just going to have to wait for it to come all the way around the map so we can get in it. Where's it at? Oh, it's got to make its way all the way around and come back to us. Why does it look like it's not moving? Why is it going backwards? Which way is the north train going? No, okay, it's going in the correct direction. So we just have to wait for it to come down here, make the corner, and then come back up to us. I could cheat diesel into the monorail, but I don't have the fill planes fixed yet for liquids. I have to rebuild it with liquid trigger. But I could throw diesel in it to test the input trigger to make sure we could drop water and diesel off with the monorail. But I'm trying to build a map where the monorail goes through every single factory for inputs and outputs except for pallets. Right, where's our train? It's coming up towards us. The north one's going to pass us. I got to put people in the engine yet. South one should be coming up to us. Well, I had you rented. Why are you going? I had you rented. You should have stopped. Oh well, let's just tab into it then. Alright, so that's... Why is this one running backwards? Why is this train running in reverse? That's the engine. Why was this train running, to me, backwards? I don't know. I have no idea why the train was running backwards. Now I gotta see if there's an error with the train. So it should have been running in this direction. Unless when we rented it, it reversed direction to come to us. I don't know. I'm lost at that for that one. I don't have an answer on that one. Alright, I'm just gonna slow our speed down a little bit. I'm gonna cheat in this very first car, I'm gonna cheat in some diesel. I don't have all the liquids in it yet. I just put diesel in for a test. Well, I thought I had diesel in here. There it is. I gotta fix it so it doesn't show the planks and everything else yet. So we have diesel in our very first car. It looks like grain. That's going to be fixed. This is just temporary fix to see if I can get liquid to work. I got to spend a couple more hours to rebuild the triggers. I got to put a liquid trigger in. So I should get an unload signal right, perfect, right about there to unload our diesel. And I'm just going to go one more car forward. And I'm going to leave it there for a second. Let's open up our menu. Okay, it is activated. We have water, we have diesel. Okay, it's starting to run. I'm going to jump out of here a minute. We are making sand, we're making clean fill, we're making silver ore, and we're making gold ore. Let's speed up time. That should be good. Let's tab back up here. Now I should get a start filling. Oh, I gotta open the cover first. Open the cover. Now I should have a start filling. So yes, we can load all of our products into here. Oh, that gold ore chunk, that HUD for gold ore don't look bad. I'm gonna keep it. Let's throw sand in there. Perfect. So our sand's going in there. So as you're driving around with the monorail, you'll see all the products through the windows except for the liquids. I got to get the liquids fixed. So the monorail trigger works. Let's make sure the ground trigger works. I'm going to need a tipper. Let's release this guy. And we'll grab a tractor. And I just want to make sure that output triggers work on the ground. And we'll make sure our silver ore is good and our gold ore is good. So let's grab our silver ore first. Okay, that's our silver ore. So let's cheat this empty. And then we'll grab our gold ore. And that's my gold ore texture. For now, I'm going to work on it a little bit. I want to get it to look a little bit less like stone and a little bit more like gold. But I haven't had time to really fix it yet. So we'll be able to take our gold ore to the smelter and smelt it into gold bars. So it looks like our sand mine is working. I'm going to do one more quick test before we get out. And I'm going to get out of here and grab some food. Let me grab a wheel loader. And a wheel loader bucket. So the only thing I haven't tested was to make sure that we can scoop this stuff up. Do I have a modded bucket for the wheel loader? I do not. Let's grab this guy. So I want to make sure this acts like sand and registers as sand. Okay, yep, we definitely have sand. So make sure I can tip it back out. Yep, alright, perfect. So all of our mining materials should be fine. And we can take our monorail that has our sand in it. It doesn't have a lot. But you can take it back to your home farm. And the home farm has a silo on it where it's manual in and manual out. But it also has a bulk warehouse on it where you can set it to distribute. I know it doesn't feel like we're going 75 miles an hour, but we're definitely going faster than the cars. And I have the car set at, I think, 65 or 70 miles an hour. Now I have I still have to fix the bulk warehouse at the home farm because right now it only holds the bulk goods. But I put diesel in it just to test it. But I'm going to add all the liquids to it, so it'll hold all of the bulk goods and all of the liquid goods. I think I'm done with the road pack. I could probably delete that out of the map. I'm gonna have to come down here and buy this bulk warehouse. Oh, it'll let me, why will it let me unload in it? Because it's going to act as a sell point. Let me come down and buy it. So now it is going to act as a uh, warehouse. I'm going to dump the diesel in there. So just to show you that it works, let's go back to the next car. I'm going to pull forward. And we should get an unload for the sand right there. So we could tip our sand in. So you could deliver that to the bulk warehouse, or you can come back in and dump it back in your. If you want to pull it out, you can come back in here and pull it back out. Let's grab the sand. So I can reload my sand back into the monorail. Or you can come down and then you can set it to distribute. So you can come down and set everything to distribute if you want, instead of storing or selling. You can actually sell it right there as well. So monorail is going to be, the trains and the monorails are going to be like super interactive because they will run through the bulk warehouse. Now there's a regular silo over here also that works with the train. So if you want to do manual in and manual out, you can use this one. That's running on the silo script. And then this one's running on the warehouse script, where it can be set to distribute. While I'm over here, is my grass dryer in the correct position now? Yes, it is. Alright, so that's fixed also. But I am going to throw you all on ending soon. I'm going to get out here and grab myself some food. Appreciate the bits of Steelcraft if you're still in here. Much appreciated. Appreciate everybody stopping in. I'm going to jump. I don't know if I'll be back on because I have work tomorrow. I have to get up at 3:30 a.m. So I don't know if I'll be back on tonight. Probably not. I'll probably grab some food and relax for a little bit. But appreciate everybody stopping in. Hope you have a great night. Squad CS, have a good end of the day. Thank you very much. Yeah, unfortunately, I have to work 6 9-hour days this coming week, so Monday through Saturday. So I will probably not even work on the map again for 2 weeks. So probably the following weekend. So not next weekend, the weekend after. I won't have any time to work on the map. So thanks for stopping in. Have a great night.